Since identifying York as a suspect in the aforementioned crimes, a $1 million warrant for his arrest was issued, and law enforcement officers in the region have been searching for him. On December 17, 2018, Sacramento County Sheriff's Department detectives learned the suspect was in the Sacramento area. At approximately 12 p.m., Sheriff's Department detectives located a white Isuzu Rodeo SUV with 2 occupants traveling in the area of Truxell Road and Interstate 80. Detectives were able to identify the suspect as the front passenger in the vehicle, which was being driven by an adult female. There were no other occupants in the vehicle. A detective followed the vehicle in an unmarked van, and a deputy joined him in a marked Sheriff's Department patrol vehicle. The vehicle drove into the parking lot located at 3291 Truxell Road.
607, we're going to be at 3291 Truxell. We're following a white Isuzu. It's got our armed and dangerous subject from our call. White Isuzu Rodeo. Looks like you might have a gun.
While traveling through the rows of parking spaces, the vehicle abruptly stopped in the middle of the row. The suspect then exited the vehicle. Upon the suspect exiting the vehicle, the detective saw he had a gun in his hand. The suspect then quickly began walking toward the detective, but he could no longer see the handgun. After the suspect exits the vehicle, the driver parks the vehicle in a nearby parking space.
Coming here for the detective unit, they'll be at 3291 Truxell.
During the seconds prior to the shooting, the deputy and detective took multiple factors into consideration. The deputies knew the suspect was armed, but it was unclear if the suspect possessed multiple firearms. He had made statements during the traffic stop in Elk Grove that he was not going back to prison. They knew the suspect had shown a propensity for violence. They also feared that if he regained access to the vehicle, it would be possible for him to potentially cause harm to the female driver. Both the detective and the deputy give several verbal commands for the suspect to show his hands, but he refused to comply. The deputy and the detective converge toward the suspect as he remains non-compliant while walking back toward the SUV. As the deputy and detective approach, the suspect reaches for the handgun, which is now near his waistband. Bearing all of the aforementioned factors in mind, in addition to fearing for their safety, both the deputy and the detective discharged their firearms at the suspect, striking him multiple times. During the first shots, the suspect does not stop and continues advancing toward the SUV, and he is again struck by gunfire.
Let's across, I'm on Truxell approaching. So pretty much lost here until we get to that space. 97 there, top fire, off, we're okay. Looks like has a gun on it, still breathing. Our suspect is down on the ground, outside the passenger side of his car. We're right in front of FoodMaxx. All officers are okay.
Salmon Lincoln Unit to copy for Detective it's Union 607 on Truxell.
11, Sam Starman. Still not showing me his gun is on his back waistband. Hey, we're being covered a little by the beavers. See if you can shut that off. Fire is clear. It comes code 3.
They started for code 3 fire.
Alright, we're stable. Reduce any incoming.
The incoming units for Truxell to reduce your code.
Start code 3 fire for suspect.
Fire's been advised for code 3.
11, is this actually a city address or ours?
It's going to be just south of San Juan.
Okay, we're starting CPR, no pulse.
I'll be starting CPR.
The female passenger is detained. A loaded, semi-automatic handgun is recovered from the suspect's body. CPR and first aid are rendered upon the suspect and are continued until the arrival of the fire department. The fire department is requested to respond code 3 with lights and sirens activated. The fire department is also advised that the scene is safe for them to enter.
Okay, we got a fire on scene.
Fire's 97.
Fire department personnel arrive on scene within 6 minutes, and a patient assessment is quickly conducted. The suspect is pronounced dead at the scene. The scene is secured by responding personnel, and the preliminary stages of this investigation begin.